Okay, Governor Bullock, I'm going to wade back into this stream access a little bit more. Isn't private property and public access public access? Can you tell me that you would want, if you had Mrs. Bullock and your 3 kids with you on your patio in the backyard, to have a bunch of people traipse through just because they've always gone to go fishing or hunting that way?
Private property is private property, and public access is public access. And that public access belongs to each and every Montanan. I mean, the facts are that the easement that actually provides that access to our rivers, and I fought real hard as Attorney General and Governor to protect our stream access laws. That easement was created in 1993. My opponent moved to Montana in 1995. So Montanans had been enjoying access to the East Gallatin River before Mr. Gianforte even moved to Montana. And it's owned by each and every one of us.
But wasn't that a mistake then, if that was private property, that they found that it was private property?
My opponent actually filed suit and said that easement was never properly created. And he also said that there's other ways to access the East Gallatin River. And he also said then that that easement that all of us own, that access site, should be extinguished. That's exactly what it says in the lawsuit. I can show you a copy.
And made another way to get in, though, didn't he? Didn't he make another way to get in, and if he took away that public access?
He filed the suit to eliminate that. And that's what all of us own, Donna, each and every one of us. And it was long before he even came here. And at the end of the day, from that perspective, even at the time that emails from Fish, Wildlife, and Parks said, you know what? There's a new landowner. He's blocking access to the East Gallatin River.
Mr. Gianforte, what happened? Who dropped the ball on that? When you went to buy the property, didn't you know that that was public access, that people had been using that for years and years and years? And so some people might say, couldn't you just have donated that chunk of land and kept it public access?
And Donna, you made a point at the beginning about people walking through someone's backyard. We've always welcomed people on our property. In fact, they do come through our backyard. We have never blocked access to anyone. This was a survey error. When we first purchased the property, in fact, this easement didn't even show up on the title. I think this is really a career politician attempting to manipulate the information for political gain. And I'll say that if I shift, my opponent doesn't have a very good record on public land.
But when you found out that that was public access, wasn't there something that you could have done to keep that open for people who had used it for a lot of years? You fish and hunt, and wouldn't you have been irked if you'd been using that for umpteen years and then found out all of a sudden that it was closed off?
Donna, you're in Bozeman. I'd love to have you come out and look at it. It took us 14 months to get FWP to come out, and when they did, they said, you're right, we're wrong, and they updated the records.
But what did you do then to keep the access open? Did you give some
It's always been
other
open.
land?
The easement's still in the same place it was always in. They thought it was somewhere else. If you come to our property today, there's 3 to 5 cars parked at the bridge. We've never blocked access. This is much ado about nothing. My opponent is misrepresenting the facts, and as a lawyer, he should know better. And shame on him, because I am a strong supporter. I fully support our stream access laws, and we've never blocked access on our property.
Mr. Bullock, you have 30 seconds.
Donna, here's the lawsuit. The previous owners could not lawfully grant an easement across the parcel since they were not the sole owners. The public has access to fish along the East Gallatin River, both to the west, to the east, making the easement across the parcel unnecessary. Fish, Wildlife, and Parks refuses upon demand to voluntarily extinguish the easement. The plaintiff, he asked to extinguish all alleged easements, interests claimed by Fish, Wildlife, and Park or any other parties across the property. So it's not a career politician. You can read it right there.
Governor, we're out of time. Mr. Gianforte will give you a chance to respond here.
Yeah, I should point out very clearly that the governor's never been there. These assertions that were made, these paperwork, it took us 14 months to get FWP's attention. We never served paperwork. We filed a quick claim deed to get their attention. Only then did they even respond. I wish state government was more responsive to people. than what we experience with FWP, and I've spoken with many other people that have similar issues. I stand by my statement. Access was never blocked, and I fully support our stream access laws.
Thank
And
you.
I stand by the lawsuit that he filed against every single Montanan asking to get rid of that easement that was created even before he came to Montana.
All right.